Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, here in front of Lalai, where we go into the Heaven's Sword quest of the Blackmage. Serenia, you've come at a good time. I have made a remarkable discovery which I would share with you. After Master Ququrukka passed away, I went to a cell in the Marasaja pit, the cell in which he spent 100 years locked away. I doubted my master and the guilt of it gnawed at my conscience. In order to atone, I decided to preserve the fruits of his research for future generations. Well, as I went about sorting through his personal effects, I found a most peculiar slip of parchment bearing a jumble of glyphs and sigils which I instantly recognized to be a cipher. When I removed the cipher to reveal the hidden words, I could scarce believe my eyes. They described the whereabouts of two ancient tomes, the books of Nald'thal. The tomes are said to contain the secrets of forbidden spells, and their existence has been hidden from even the Thaumaturgist Guild. Master Ququrukka entrusted you with his legacy, Serenia. He would want the tomes to be in your keeping. The first tome is to be set at Nald's Reflection in southern Fanalan. Come, let us make haste and retrieve it. So, where our final battle took place in the Realm Reborn. Okay. I found the first tome, Serenia, the Book of Nald. It lay not a foam from where the parchment said it would. But gods, I cannot stop trembling. My blood runs cold simply imagining the havoc that could be wreaked with the knowledge within. Such power must be safeguarded, lest it falls into the wrong hands. Let us make haste and retrieve its twin, the Book of Fal. It should be at Fal's respite. That is in Eastern Fanalan. Why is the thing open? Serenia, the unthinkable has happened. The chest is empty. The Book of Fal is gone. Who could have taken it? Who else could have known? Gods of the tome's secrets are to be used for evil. This is an absolute disaster. And my worries do not end there. Should the Thaumaturgist Guild somehow learn of the tome's existence, we will stop at nothing to steal them away. That cannot be borne. Master Ququrukka spent his lifetime restoring the knowledge of black magic to the world. We cannot suffer any part of it to be lost. At any rate, there's nothing more to be done here. Let's return to the Sacrarium and reassess the situation. There's nothing left for me here. Were you? I'm sorry you had to see me lose my composure earlier, Serenia. As I made my way back, I pondered the situation. When I found the chest, it was covered in a century's worth of dust. Some of the dust had been knocked loose by prying hands, and nothing had settled in its place. From this, it can be inferred the tome was taken recently. Now, the tome we were able to retrieve, the Book of Nald, is enciphered by an enchantment. I think it's safe to assume that its twin benefits from light protection. Such a protection will not be easily circumvented. It will take the thief time enough, I hope, for us to track him down, retrieve the tome, and avert disaster. But enough talk. I shall make some discreet inquiries into the missing tome. Oh, and if you don't mind, I would like to hold onto the Book of Nald for examination. In the meantime, I suggest you continue your training in the dark arts. We may have need of your skills again ere long. Serenia, you come at the most opportune time. There is a task I would have you perform. In my search for the Book of Fal, I have drawn upon all my resources in the trading spheres. The tome has not appeared on the black market, nor has it found its way to a private collection. This tells us that the thief has made no effort to sell it. If we consider then the fact that he was able to open a magically sealed chest, We may safely assume if the suspect is a mage, and his interest in the tome is personal. However, when this individual came to know the existence of black magic, it seems plain he seeks to unlock the tome's secrets. To what end, it's too early to say, but at the very least, we now have a lead. There are scarce few who share our knowledge of black magic. You have 3 beastmen friends who were present when Master Ququrukka rendered up his last breath. It may be that the thief's identity is known to one of them. Begin your inquiries at Burgundy Fort, Serenia. Find out if Ququrukka has had any suspicious visitors of late. Hello, Ququrukka. Have you had any visitors recently interested in black magic?
Serenia, I'm glad to see you again, my friend. What brings you here this day? That such tome should exist. But to answer your question, I have been visited by a suspicious man, and very recently. Though visited fails to capture the nature of our meeting. Not a bell ago, a robed man appeared before me. Join me, he said, and together we shall master the dark arts. A dubious offer, which I naturally declined, but no sooner had the words left my mouth that he unleashed a barrage of spells at me. Though I could scarce believe it, I would swear that the spells he wielded were black magic. I warded off his attacks and countered with spells of my own, and he swiftly turned tail. All this happened a short while ago. He cannot have gone far since then. If you mean to confront him, you would do well to exercise caution. Though he alone approached me, I felt the presence of others.
What do you want? Wait, this aura. Yes, there's no mistake. You are Blackmage, and you will lead me to him. Now speak, or I will make you wish you had. But aren't you a Blackmage? Me? A Blackmage? How utterly ridiculous. Perhaps you're not one of them after all. I fear there's been a misunderstanding. I'm not the villain who attacked the Amalja, nor does it appear you're in league with him. I see you're disinclined to believe me, but the truth of my words is easily verified. Let us go to the Burgundy Falls and see your friend together. I wish to have words with him at any rate. There's a misunderstanding which I wish to clear up. We meet for the first time, and that fact alone should suffice to settle the matter. But for the sake of formality, pray answer this question. Am I the man who attacked you?
No, you're not. You bear scant resemblance to a villain.
Now that the matter is behind us, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Hirasai Nilha of the Conjurer's Guild in Guidania. The Seatsia Council sent me to find a man who wields black magic, the forbidden art of destruction. This trail led me to this area, where I chanced to witness him attacking your Amalja friend. Alas, the villain beat a hasty retreat, and I lost sight of him in the confusion. You approached me shortly thereafter. You may not be connected to the man I seek, but you are a practitioner of the dark arts nonetheless. The aura is telltale, so don't even think to deny it. You must also answer to justice. The Book of Nald'thal? May to preserve, I was not aware that such terrible tomes existed. This woman, Lalai, she may well know something useful. I will pay her a visit, and I expect you to be there as well.
I take it you intend to continue searching for the mystery Blackmage? Though I doubt that his skill as a match of yours, he has proven himself unpredictable and dangerous both. Be sure to keep your wits about you. I shall go to Dazar and Dozol Melok and apprise them of the situation. For now, you would do well to return to Lalai.
Left and right and left and right. Thankful you have returned. This man, who I've never seen before, charged up here and started berating me for meddling with forbidden arts. He had the nerve to call me a fool. Thrice! And I will say it again, you are a fool, but the worst fool of all was your master Ququrukka. It is because of him that these miscreants are running rampant. Let me start again. I know about the Book of Far, and I know the people who took it. They call themselves the Defiant, and their sole objective is to master the art of destruction. The man I've been tasked with finding is their leader. Valdef is his name, and he used to be a conjurer of Stillglade fame. The man harbored a deep hunger for power, the power over those he had sworn to protect. In order to satisfy this craving, he began dabbling in the dark arts. Before long, however, his doings were made known to the guild, who summarily banished him. But as he left, he declared that one day he will show the world the true power of black magic. For years we had naught of Valdef. Some of us dared to hope that his words were but wind. Alas, he has returned, and this could only mean one thing. He is ready to make good on his promise. Gods preserve, are you certain of this? That it is with Valdef who has taken the tome? I'm afraid so. It's no coincidence that Tome went missing at the same juncture the man reappeared. Even now he continues instructing his minions in black magic, and every day that passes sees a cold grow into a bigger threat. If we are to move against them, we must do so now. I had assumed we were dealing with a lone mage, but if it's an entire cult, as you say, I will need to reconsider my plans. Serenia, while you went about your investigation, I succeeded in deciphering a new spell in the Book of Nald. It will prove useful in the battle to come. I shall teach it to you forthwith. What? You mean to fight destruction with more destruction? This can only end in tragedy, I tell you. Listen to me, Hera. While Death and his cult may be a menace to the realm, but Serenia is nothing like them. Master Ququrukka himself entrusted her with his legacy. She will not misuse her power and cause carnage. On that you have my word. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Were the situation not so dire, I would bring you to justice without a moment's hesitation. Fortunately for you, a greater threat looms over all of us, and we must cooperate if disaster is to be averted. Your connections have proven useful before, and they may do so again. If you learn aught through them, I will thank you to send me word. But no, I'll not tolerate any interference in my investigation. Gods, what an irksome, ignorant, insufferable idiot! To think that we must cooperate with him! Heed not the mutterings of that stuck-up lout. We shall prepare for the gathering storm in our own way. Now, where were we? Ah yes, the new spell. Ley Lines it's called, and will be a potent addition to your arsenal. While you go about mastering it, I will make further inquiries on the situation at hand. If there's any developments, you will be the first to know. You've gained ancient knowledge from the Book of Nald. Connects natural occurring landings, create a circle of power which, while standing within it, reduces the spellcast time, recast time, and auto attack delay by 15%. And the circle stays for 30 seconds, and you can cast it once every 90 seconds. Okay. Serenia, I have received a letter from the 269th Order Mendicant Dazar. The Mughals' reach extends further than I had realized, but that the Tsar would contact us suggests that something is very much amiss. I wait at Bronze Lake, it says, and no more than that. Or perhaps somewhat cryptic, the letter's brevity suggests a sense of urgency. Please hurry to Bronze Lake and investigate the situation. I shall inform Zai Nald'thal of this development. Though I doubt the fool can render much assistance, I gave my word we would cooperate. Let's just hope this is not a trap.
Serenia, I'm glad to see you. Pleased, happy, glad. Ququrukka has told me what happened. Grim news. Yes, grim news indeed. The man Ququrukka spoke of approached me too. Spoke of a defiant. Said he wanted my knowledge. Wisdom. Insight. Knowledge. I told him I needed time to think. Consider. Ponder. Think. I told him to return later. When he returns, we shall ambush him. Yes, a sound plan, I think. I told him to meet me northeast of Bronze Lake. I shall approach as normal, as bait. Serenia, you lie in wait. Ambush. Hiding. Wait.
Let me guess, the conjurer will mess it up.
Are you the leader of a Defiant?
My name is Valdef. And you're a descendant of First Order Patriarch Dagu, yes?
Dagu was my ancestor. Progenitor. Forebear. Ancestor. You know him?
I've had opportunity to peruse a fascinating tome left by Ququrukka. In it, Dazu is mentioned as a confidant who assisted the master in his studies of the dark arts. It also states that Ququrukka intended to entrust the secrets of its research to those same confidants. I fully expect you to tell me all about these secrets.
Then you're wrong, mistaken, incorrect, wrong. I shall reveal nothing to the likes of you.
I'm a busy man, Dazar. If you refuse to cooperate, I simply don't have time for you.
Wait, where are you going?
You might have made a powerful ally, but as an enemy, you cannot be suffered to live. Find out everything he knows, then kill him. You alright?
Thank you, Serenia. Those Defiant didn't stand a chance. No. Not a chance at all. But Valdef got away. Fled. Escaped. Got away.
Serenia, Lalai relate to me what happened. These men, were they Defiant mages? You fool, you've killed every last one of them. How do you intend for us to question them now? I knew this would happen. You black mages are quick to wield your destructive power, but rarely do you consider the consequences. We must return to Lalai. Do not think that I forget about what you have done here.
Were you not in full control of your powers? Did your magics run wild? amok, untamed, wild? Whatever the case, I do know that you saved me, rescued, protected, saved. Thank you, Serenia. I owe you my life. You should hurry to Ul'dah. Much as you protected me from the Defiant, I suspect Lalai may benefit from protection from that Mikote. Yes. Hurry to Ul'dah.
He really lets his prejudices cloud his mind. I mean, how does he believe I capture a bunch of black mages, especially when I have to protect someone else?
Serenia, Zaya Lalai has been standing there silently fuming for quite some time. What has transpired? So it was indeed Valdef that stole the Book of Tal. He has been studying the magic inscribed within. But did truly not a single Defiant survive? I somehow doubt that you are fully responsible for... I care not for your doubts. I explicitly told you not to interfere in my investigation. If nothing else, it shows the bloody outcome of a battle between opposing black mages. Fighting destructive power with more destructive power. It's such thinking that led to the War of the Magi. I'm sure I need to remind you of the outcome of that war. I strongly recommend you give some thought to just how terrible a force you toy with. The War of the Magi. I suppose I cannot blame him for seeing the parallels. A war between forces commanding unimaginable destructive magical power. But black magic is not purely to blame. It was the violent confluence of black and white magic that ultimately led to disaster. It brought about the Sixth Annual Calamity. It's only natural that the risk of a recurrence of those terrible events would instill great fear. I know you would never be so reckless as to allow something like that to happen. The problem lies not with black magic, but with a Defiant. I'm disinclined to pay heed to Zaya Lalai's words when they run counter to those of Dazar, who witnessed the battle firsthand. I find it hard to believe that you would lose control of your powers. There must be some other explanation for the deaths of those mages. It also seems that Valdef is gathering something of a following. To better oppose this growing menace, I shall teach you a new spell. I recently deciphered from the Book of Nald. Remember, Serenia, black magic is not a thing to be feared. As a true black mage, you have the power to control it. I believe in you. Sharpcast. Ensures the next Scathe, Fire or Thunder spell will for the first hit trigger Scathe's additional effect Fire, Starter or Thundercloud respectively. Black Squawk down. Serenia, I received another letter. Danya, please help me hide in Alder Springs. Tell Serenia, Dozo. That's all it says. The handwriting is barely legible. It doubtless goes without saying, but Dozo Melok is in need of our help. I shall have to tell Zai Lalai about this. Do not dwell on this previous outburst. I know you have full control of your powers. Use this opportunity to show that man the true cunning and finesse what a black mage can bring to the fight. Enough talk. Hurry to Alder Springs and save Dozol Melok. Do we truly want to tell the Conjurer about the XIV? Especially since he's so obviously, inclined to prejudice? Ah, the Defiant, okay. Let's help you, Dozol. Thank you, Serenia. Saved Dozol's life you have. Kazakcha tried to warn Dozol. Dozol panicked, tried to flee, but get caught Dozol did. Someone knew that Dozol was exiled from tribe, these mages did, so into forest they chased Dozol. Finally, they surrounded Dozol. Offered friendship at first, but rejected, Dozol did. They said if Dozol not friend, then Dozol enemy. But save Dozol you did, many thanks. Gods, I was too late again. You've already cut your throat of reckless destruction. What did you plan to achieve? How many more lives must you end before you realize how fruitless this is? Wait, these wounds. They're unlike anything I've ever seen. It looks like they were incinerated from the inside. Serenia, was this perhaps not your doing after all? Of what does this man speak? Pursued Dozol for a long time, these men did. Tried to kill Dozol. Explain. Who are they? What did they want? Dozol understand now. Read the book of Far they did. Learned of mother of mother of mother of Dozol. Learned of her secrets. Dozol's secrets. Made clear their pursuit is. But these wounds, perhaps Dozol has an explanation? These men did not have a gem of Shatoto. Dozol thinks that is why they died. Gem of Shatoto? What are you talking about? Gem is proof that Serenia is true Blackmage. Gem brims with magical power. Without Gem of Shatoto, impossible to control the most powerful black magic is. Lost control these mages did. Aether within their own body ignited, burnt alive from the inside. Painful way to die it is. So these defiant mages fell victim to their own arrogance, using dark magic that far outstripped their ability to control them. So Serenia isn't at fault. The answer you seek Dozol hopes you find, but Dozol cannot stay here. Dozol must leave. Thank you, Serenia. Dozol owes you depth of life. One day, Dozol will repay. So these men were not slain by your hand, but by their own of powers they couldn't control. But please understand that the fact that you can control these powers does nothing to resolve the issue at hand. You should return to Lalai and explain to her what happened here. Please accept my apologies for my early accusations. Well, at least he apologized. See, I was expecting their master put some sort of spell on them that would kill them the moment they weakened below a certain degree. So, in case of their defeat. Guess I'm wrong, and their fault is their own. Serenia, was Dozol Melok unharmed? I see. Well, if nothing else, it seems that Zai's Mela no longer doubts your innocence. Now, the Defiant were immolated from within. If Dozol Melok's conjecture is accurate, the cult situation becomes quite clear, and I hardly need to explain that to you, do I? But if you were to explain it to me... I suppose for one to whom these powers come as second nature, some things are not so easily noticed. The Defiant's number cannot continue to grow indefinitely. They will have difficulty swelling their ranks when they cannot use their powers without risk of a horrifying death by immolation. Thus they strive for control over the dark arts while showing themselves only to our beastmen friends in the hopes they might reveal the secrets to controlling these magics. Unfortunately, we have prevented them from learning anything. With these avenues now lost to them, Valdev must realize he is running out of options. Though we may lack leads from which to track down the Defiant, their position becomes weaker the longer they wait. We will soon be forced to take action. There's no need to rush, we need simply wait the enemy out. In the meantime, let me teach you a new spell I deciphered from the Book of Nald. Enochian. Try to master it before the Defiant make their move. increase magic damage dealt by 5%. Also allows the casting of Blizzard and Fire 4. And I think I make a cut here and end this episode. Until next time, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.